Ibrahim Traoré sat by the airplane window, looking out at the clouds. He felt calm today. He was the president of Burkina Faso, a proud African nation. He wore a simple but elegant single attire, a flowing white tunic with gold embroidery around the collar and sleeves. To him, this outfit carried the soul of his country. It reminded him of long, warm days under the African sun, and the smiles of the people he served. Today, he traveled to Paris for a meeting of world leaders. But he did not want fuss or ceremony. He wanted to travel like anyone else. He carried only a small bag and walked with quiet confidence. Few on board knew who he was. The flight attendant, Claire Dubois, moved down the aisle. She was French, with neat hair and a crisp uniform. She smiled at each passenger, until she reached Ibrahim. She paused by his seat. "Sir, you cannot recline your seat fully," she said sharply. "The person behind you is tall and cannot see." Her tone was cold. Ibrahim smiled politely. "I'm sorry. I will adjust," he said and pushed his seat upright. Claire frowned. "Thank you. And please do not lean your bag in the aisle again. It is a safety hazard." Ibrahim's bag was neatly under the seat before. He glanced at her but did not reply. He felt a little surprise at her harsh words. Other passengers watched uncomfortably. After serving everyone else, Claire returned to Ibrahim's seat. "Look, I am doing my job," she said. "I do not want to repeat myself. Sit properly." Her tone grew sharper. Ibrahim raised his hands in peace. "I truly apologize if I disturbed anyone," he said quietly. "I will follow your rules." Claire sighed, arms crossed. "Good." Ibrahim noticed a few passengers exchanging glances. Some whispered. He felt uneasy. He did not want trouble. He looked out the window, hoping the clouds would calm him. Moments later, a gentleman in a dark suit stood up. He cleared his throat. "Excuse me," he said to Claire. "This gentleman here, do you know who he is?" Claire looked puzzled. "He is just a passenger." She pointed at Ibrahim. The man smiled and bowed his head respectfully. "He is President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso." Claire's eyes widened. She glanced at Ibrahim's boarding pass on the seat pocket. Sure enough, the name was printed there. Claire's face turned red. She stepped back. I am so sorry," she stammered. "I had no idea." She lowered her voice to a whisper. "Your Excellency." Ibrahim turned in his seat. He saw genuine shame in her eyes. He stood slowly and smiled warmly. "Please, call me Ibrahim," he said softly. "No harm done." Claire bowed deeply. "Thank you for your kindness," she said. I would like to serve you properly." Claire went to fetch a fresh towel and offered Ibrahim a drink from the first-class menu. She moved with care, placing the items gently on his tray table. Ibrahim accepted but asked her not to trouble herself. She insisted. He saw her hands shake slightly as she poured the beverage. "May I sit and talk with you?" he asked after a moment. "I would like to understand your day." Claire hesitated, then nodded. She set her apron aside and took a seat in the empty aisle. Ibrahim asked Claire about her life in Paris. She told him she loved meeting people from around the world but sometimes felt tired. Flights were long. Passengers could be rude. She did not mean to show disrespect, she said. She was just following rules and having a hard day. Ibrahim listened carefully. He shared stories of life in Burkina Faso, the green hills, the golden plains, children at school singing songs, and women weaving baskets on sunny afternoons. He spoke simply, with love for his country. Claire's eyes softened. She realized her mistake. She had seen only a uniform, not a person. They talked for another half hour. Other passengers watched quietly, sensing peace between them. Ibrahim's calm voice and gentle words showed Claire a different way to treat people. Claire spoke about her dreams of visiting Africa someday, learning new languages, tasting new foods. Abraham smiled. When you fly over Burkina Faso again, please visit. I would love to show you our kindness. Our people welcome guests with open hearts. Claire felt tears in her eyes. I would be honored, she whispered. As the plane began its descent into Paris, Abraham reached into his pocket. He pulled out a small card with his personal email and phone number. Please, keep this, he said, handing it to Claire. If you ever visit, let me know. Claire took the card with trembling hands. Thank you, President Traoré. I will. When the plane landed, Claire guided Abraham to the exit with full respect. Other flight attendants and passengers bowed as he passed. Claire stood behind him, holding her head high. At the door, Abraham turned. Au revoir, Claire. Thank you for your service. Claire smiled widely. Au revoir, Your Excellency. And thank you for your kindness. Abraham walked onto the tarmac, ready for his duties in Paris. Claire watched him go, clutching his card. She felt proud and hopeful. One day, she thought, she would call him and visit Burkina Faso. She would see the green hills, learn the language, and feel the warmth of its people. Months later, Claire flew to Ouagadougou. President Traoré himself greeted her at the airport. He wore his white tunic with gold trim. He welcomed her with a broad smile. For the next week, Claire saw markets full of color, schools full of laughter, and villages full of music. She tasted spicy stews and cool fruit juices. Everywhere she went, people greeted her like family. She understood then that Abraham's kindness was not just words, it lived in the hearts of his people. When she left, she gave Abraham a small gift, a model airplane painted with the flag of Burkina Faso. He laughed and placed it on his desk. Their friendship became a bridge between two worlds. And every time Claire flew, she remembered the day she met a humble president in the clouds, and found kindness there. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification so that anytime we upload a video you will be among the first people to watch it.